Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, Kero Gaming here, back with another Yugioh Duel Links video, and today we are going to be going over some of the replays that I claimed of the decks I used to climb to Legend Rank 1. I've got a couple of the games there, so this is one of the games that got me a Plat 1. So, Seto Kaiba versus Maximilian Pegasus. Tails. So we're going second. And he has a mind scan. So as you can see, I'm playing Phoenix. It's a pretty nice hand. So I'm just like, yes, got a good hand. Now let's see what we can do with it. Sets one monster, sets two back row, I believe. And ends, yep. So we draw, I believe we draw Yugioh, yeah. So I card this all. Add Neptibus. Nepsis or something. Well, add Phoenix. Destroy it, add Fire King. Summon the Fire King. And I don't see a reason why not to attack, so I just go in on. Yeah, he uses ninjutsu art of Shadow Seal to banish my card. And I'm like, okay, that's absolutely fine. Activates Fire King Island, so at this point I'm trying to figure out what he's playing. I'm leaning to the fact that he's playing Fire King Ninjas, but I'm not too sure. I believe he summons, yeah. So right here I'm debating about whether to econ or not, so I believe I go for the econ. I like to make sure I kept my life points intact in case I draw another, what's the spell called? Cardisso. So we draw Neptus, so I'm thinking, what's my best play here? After I summon the Neptus, the Phoenix anyway. Phoenix comes up, comes out, blows up the entire field. Our field spells activates and wipes the field. So I believe now I get his monster gets wiped, then Yugioh comes back, use it to destroy Nepsis, and then summon. I could have summoned both Yugiohs, but I thought it'd be better to play safe. And I believe that's game. Yeah, Phoenix comes back. So the start of next turn, I'm getting two Phoenix back with with beatdown, 3k attack. See, Phoenix wipes the board, but there's no spells and traps to destroy. He kills my Yugioh, I'm like absolutely fine. Ends. We draw a Fire King Island, and both Neptibus activate. Wiping board. They will start wiping board, so at this time I'm thinking, what's my best play? Because I'm scared of that face down. So what I came up with was well, you'll see. But my plan was to summon both Phoenix, obviously, because I don't get a choice about that. Then summon Gaksha. Then activate Beatdown, obviously. Then attack Phoenix with Phoenix. Then use my Yaksha to attack his face down, because I assumed there wasn't anything higher than 2-4, and he has Armor Ninja. And free K to his face. So that was one of the games. I really enjoyed that game. Oh, but these replays are... The Paradox ones are amazing. So I believe this was around Plat 1, this game was? No, Plat 5, yeah. It was around Plat 5/Legend. So he has the ability Heavy Star, so I didn't know what that did, so and I kinda bricked. So Kaiba sets 1, sets 2, and ends, okay. And I'm just like, what's the safest play I can do? I decide to set 2, I believe? Yeah. Sets 1, sets another, and I believe we draw Crystal Seer here. So I believe I set Crystal Seer. Oh no, I drew Tomb Battle Dragon, okay. I think it's next turn I draw Crystal Seer. So he sets can't remember what that card was. It was Totem Dragon, I think. So I set Crystal Seer, not wanting to commit 3k life points, because I'm not sure what he's running at this point. Yeah, so he tributes, and that's Totem Dragon, yeah. And he summons Darkstorm. So at this point, I'm just like, oh, if Darkstorm gets his effect off to, what do you call it, to destroy all my spells and traps, that was going to be a bad time for me. So as you see, we draw into another Tomb Battle Dragon, and I go 3-star demotion to summon Tomb Battle Dragon. He chains Champion's Vigilance. So I'm like, oh, this should pretty much be a loss for me. There was a wee point here where I just stopped and fought, because I was considering this a loss. But then you'll see what happens. So we get the choice between Econ and Tomb Battle. I'm like, I've already got a Tomb Battle in hand. I don't need another one, and obviously I wasn't able to play it. So I'm debating about what's the safest move for me. So I decide to summon Sergeant Electro and try pin a couple back row down. And I go for battle onto set monster. And then I notice he's going for the defense on that set. I'm just like, well, this set has to be something good. So I'm like, rare Metamorph, negate the econ, get 500 attack boost. So it's a win-win situation. and as you see, negates Econ, and it's a Komodo dragon, and I'm like, yes, that's what I need to see. Then draws a card, sets one, goes for battle, and attacks me. I'm like, okay, what's my play here? Do I use Spear Crowbow in hand? I think I do, yeah. I go for Spear in hand because he doesn't know about my back row yet, and my back row's still kind of relevant. So I summon Sergeant Electro. So I start using his effect, pin the back row, and I just go, I'll end. Don't see a reason why not. Yeah, so I have Windstorm. I'm debating what I should do here to pull out the victory. So I'm looking at my situation and going, should I make the obvious econ play? Or go for the Tomb Barrow? I'm like, okay, best thing to do is lock down his back row, stop him from making plays. Then, where do I go from there? I got econ. So when I've locked down his back row, not much he can do. Take control of it, change it to attack, go for battle. And I normal summoned it to make sure Dark Storm had his effect, so Champion's Vigilance no longer worked. And Curse and Anubis could change it into defense. In this part, I was really scared he had the Ebola there. I was terrified. I was going, no, the Ebola's coming. Well, the Spear Crab was coming. I was like, nope, please no. But it never came, so I was really happy with that. So, on to the next game. So we're against a Joey Wheeler. I'm not sure what he was running. So 5 cards. Oh, I know what he was running. So, as you can see, my hand's a bit more iffy. I'm not sure what to do here when I'm looking at my hand. I think I was saying to my friend, my friend Ion, that this looked like a straight up loss for me. He adds Polly. I'm like, okay, because I'm like, okay, that has to be Gemini or Dark Paladin. And I'm like, okay, the first one I can deal with. I'm not sure how well I can deal with the second one. So I go, okay, drew a second Tomb Barrow Dragon. I'm like, there's no play out of here. So best play is Tomb Barrow Dragon, his set. And we get it, and I was like, yes, that'll tell us what he's running. And it's Komodo Dragon. I'm like, oh, okay, 2 Dragon decks back to back, okay. He summons Blue Eyes, and I'm like, okay, so what's my play out of here? So I'm looking at my sets and thinking. I'm like, okay, Blue Eyes, I can deal with this. I'm like, okay, I need to change him into defense. And I use Spear Bola from hand. I was like, yes. But I think I made a misplay here. Yeah, so I go for Tomb Barrow, try to blow up his back row. He chains it, it's Akon. Akon changed me to defense, get the coin flip. Wasn't the best result there. I'm just like, okay, set Crystal Seer. I should have changed Tomb Barrow to attack mode, but I forgot, and I think it worked to my advantage, to be honest. So he goes last gamble, draws 5, activates Poly, goes for a fusion, summons Dark Paladin, yeah. So Dark Paladin has a lot of attack points and can negate any spell. I'm like, okay, well, that's pretty much a loss for me. Because looking at my 2 back row, Windstorm and Econ, I'm like, not the best situation for me. So I add Toon table of contents because I want to search for Toon Kingdom. So we draw. I go, why not go for the pot shot? And I get it, luckily enough. So I used Toon table of contents. I believe I had, add Toon Kingdom to hand, activate Toon Kingdom, remove 3, and I'm like, okay, so. And it gets Champion's Vigilance, so I'm like, okay, I can't attack directly now, so what's my play? And I decided to set Rare Metalmorph in case he tried some order to charge or something like that. And so he draws and declares battle straight up, and I'm like, okay, damage step, Rare Metalmorph, expecting him to have Metalmorph or something like that. So again, 500 attack, and I'm like, whoa. I won, I was like, what, how? Because I forgot he had 1,000 life points, but that was a good game there. On to the 3rd game. We've seen that. Oh, Paradox versus. Okay. So the last element of this episode is my favourite one, so I'm leaving it till last. So we are against a Japanese person. He was running Mako, as you saw from the. And I believe we go first. Yep. So. He activates Mythic Depths. And I'm looking at my hand going, okay. One of my best plays is to summon. To set Sergeant Electro. And hope he doesn't kill it. Next turn, summon. Next turn, use a 3-star demotion, summon Toon Battle Dragon, and have Sergeant Electro all on the same board. And as you can see, he activates Slushy. Slushy melt out Slushy, and he uses Big Wave, Small Wave. I'm like, what? And then I realised he was going to summon the, the big guy. Yep. Daedalus. Daedalus uses the effect. Sends his activates a legendary ocean, destroys my Sergeant Electro. I'm like, okay, this is kind of difficult now. So I don't want to take this damage, so I'm debating about it, but nah, I just go straight up. Nah, no point in not trying to negate it. We'll change him to defense. So I go 3-star demotion. What's my best play here? 3-star. And I have Econ set. So I summon Toon Battle Dragon. I believe I use my effect to try pop. Yeah. And I believe I get it. Yep, triple heads, which the odds of that were like 9,000 to 1. So he has two cards in hand and Legendary Ocean, and I'm thinking, what can he do to stop me? I'm like, not much, I think. So I'm like, okay, I'll draw Summon Sergeant Electro, I believe. And I get that too. pop it. Summon Sergeant Electro. So I go for 2 sets of direct attack. Sergeant Electro and Tomb Barrow Dragon. And Tomb Barrow Dragon swings for game. I was really expecting the Spear Kubo there. But anyway. So, one more to come up after this. My favourite game, the one that went on for quite a while. This game was astounding. So we're against another Japanese opponent who's playing Yugioh. So we're going second. So I'm looking at my hand going, okay, not bad I guess. So what's my play here? So it's his turn, he sets a monster face down and I'm like, okay. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here, so I set Dekochi because it's a draw card. Then he sets one and ends. I'm like, okay, I guess. I go draw. I set Crystal Sayer. I should probably have set Sergeant Electro, to be honest. Summon Sergeant Electro. And he activates Mausoleum of the Emperor. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's this deck. So he pays 2k to summon Invader of Darkness, I believe. No, Tomb Barrow Dragon. So I'm like, oh, Tomb Barrow Dragon, nice. And he activates Toon Kingdom here. Banishes Frey, and I'm like, oh, that's a thing. And he doesn't get the pop in my back row. I'm like, nice. So I draw, I believe. Well, I know I draw for a fact. But I draw, I think it's, yeah, Windstorm. And I summon Sergeant Electro. I'm just like, okay, better put some pressure on with Sergeant Electro. I lock down his face down. I'm like, okay. I mean, I guess that's all I can do. I can attack his face down, but I had the feeling it was Crystal Seer, so I didn't want to do it. And he has Destiny Draw, so he props Destiny Draw. I believe he draws Lava Golem. Tomb Barrow Dragon trying to destroy my Sergeant Electro. Gets the fail. I believe that's Supremacy Berries. Yep. So he gains 2k and he tries to go to me direct. And I'm like, I can't do that because I need my life points for Tomb Barrow Dragon. So I use a Curse of Anubis. And I was really annoyed with that because I should have went the other. I'm like, okay, well I need to get Tomb Barrow Dragon, or I was, so I'm like, oh, okay. I go for a bola here, but will spear a bola, so draw it. I flip Dekochi, I'm like, okay, let's see what we get. Dekochi draws Spirit Kubo, and I'm like, okay, I guess. And we attack his face down, which was a Crystal Seer, which I had the feeling it was before. I just wanted to get it off the board. So he reveals Mausoleum and Invader of Darkness. I believe he takes Mausoleum, yep. So I'm like, oh, okay, I've got 2 Spearable. And he gets the triple coat. Onto my Windstorm. Tries to attack me directly. I go Spear Kubo now. So I'm looking for the Toon Barrow here. So I'm like, okay, I drew Toon Barrow, I'll activate Toon Kingdom, banish the top 3 and summon Toon Barrow. Toon Barrow Dragon. Set 1, use my effect to try pop his Toon Kingdom to stop him trying to go for direct. I fail and I end. I'm like, okay, this is a problem. And I believe he gets the two. Yep, he gets the heads on my Toon Kingdom, and I'm like, wow. The one time it actually helps you. I'm like, okay, I can't take 1,000 damage, so I'll use Spear Crucible to defend. Like, okay, what's my next play? And I believe I pay. Yep, I try to destroy, I fail. Then I believe I activate 3-star demotion. To summon my the try to pop his Toon Kingdom. I'm like, okay, well, rest in peace. Battle. Activate my magic reflector or deflector. Yeah, deflector. He's got a spear crucible. I'm like, okay, well, I guess. And an end. He uses Mausoleum to replace Toon Kingdom. So pays 2k, summons I believe it's Invader who summons. Yep. Deals 300 to me. I'm like, okay, well, I can deal with that. And I draw it. I draw it into, I think it was a, Crystal Suit. I'm like, okay, the only time that I can actually, I need to get a heads there or I'll lose. I'm like, okay, well, I don't necessarily lose, but I'm just like, okay, well, I'm going to struggle to win this game now. Because he gets Destiny Draw whenever he wants. Sets 1, goes into battle phase, tries to kill my thing. He gets it, I'm like, okay, my only out to this is Toon Barrow. I'm like, lock down that back row, activate Toon Kingdom. Flip Crystal Syrup. So it was either enemy controller or I'm like, okay, only 2 cards left in, well, 1 card left in deck. I'm like, okay, that's a problem. Set a card and I activate Toon Barrows and I'm like, okay, this is my last chance to get this win. I call, I get it. I'm like, okay. So we look okay. He sets 1. Draw. Get 2 Sergeant Electro. I'm like, okay. What's my play here? Summon Sergeant Electro. In what? So activate Sergeant Electro targeting his set, which was Econ. Uses Econ. What he should have done was tribute his monster, take control of. Oh wait, no, he does. But I outplay him. This is what I call the raids. So I take that and I'm like, okay, if you have Crystal Seer, now if you have Toonkit, if you have a Spear Crucible or anything like that, you win. I'm like, okay, please don't have it. He'd set Toontable with contents. I'm like, okay, that's got to mean he has nothing. Attack directly and get the win. So that was my game to get the Legend rank 1. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed. That was my wins that it took me to get to Legend Rank 1. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.